You Change Too by Madness on the Milano. Chapter 7. Guido speaks Italian in this, but I'm just going to say what the words in Italian are instead of it, because I don't speak the language well enough to do so. It's like being electrocuted. How long has he waited for someone to say it? Dad never said it when he swore he would one day. Harv never said it when he raced in the past. Both men have known him for 6 years each, at opposite stages of his life. And now a man who's known him for just under 2 weeks is telling him that he braved his demons just for him. It means not just the world, but the universe and all the things that make it up. His throat constricts, so sudden it makes him gasp. He doesn't want to react like this. Not with Doc right here, because that man doesn't know, won't understand why. And Lightning has made it his personal policy to let exactly know what he came from. Doc doesn't ask what the matter is. He just steers Lightning so he's pulled up against his chest where the noose around his trachea lessens. Lightning is shaking with the effort of keeping it in, wanting no questions as to what the matter is. When the older man sighs, letting the false honey trail through his fingers. I'm here, son. I'm not going anywhere. So you might as well let it out. The noose turns into a tight band, constricting his chest. He puts his ear against Doc's shoulder, feeling the steady pulse of his heart, and he shudders. His right arm looped itself around Doc's neck. This shouldn't feel so right. Not at this age. And he definitely shouldn't be crying in his crew chief's arms at any age. But it's happening. He doubts even the piston cup would feel this gratifying. A sob rises like a hiccup, and its anguish is buried in Doc's shirt. Circles are rubbed over his back, and he uses his free arm to cling onto his crew chief like a lifeline. "Thank you," he chokes out. "Thank you." Doc's quiet, but his arms tighten. He's so steady, a still source of support that holds him up, even though he's leaning onto him like this. When Lightning tries to pull back, he seems to know he's not really ready, and takes his shoulders. I thought you learned yesterday that it's all right to need people. Get back here. It's the first time he's been ordered to take comfort and then leave it. He lets Doc wrap him back up in a hug, and he tries to process it, putting his chin on his crew chief's shoulder. He's probably ruined Doc's shirt, but he has a feeling he'll only get scolded again if he tries to stop them. Doc wants him to stop naturally, not just because he feels like he should. It's strangely comforting in itself, and he feels his mindset change from overwhelming gratitude to calming peace. He squeezes around his crew chief's torso, pushes his cheeks against the drenched patch he's made on Doc's shoulder, and closes his eyes. He's so worn out, but it just feels so safe. He'll never forget his father, but he will forgive Doc. Do you forgive me? Oh, kiddo. What kind of question is that? Of course I do. He sniffs, hanging on a little tighter. I forgive you too. He reluctantly tries to pull back, not fighting when Doc won't let him go. I got your shirt all wet. It'll dry. When Lightning laughs, the sound watery but real, Doc loosens his hold on him, just enough that he can leave if he wants. He doesn't want to, but Doc doesn't seem to mind. Atta boy, Lightning. I know it's hard to let it out, but it's worth it. I thought your generation was all tough. Boys don't cry and things like that. Doc made a mildly derisive noise. Don't tar me with that brush. My crew chief used to say that while boys might not cry, men do. He chuckles, hand circling Lightning's shoulders. He was just full of wisdom like that. Lightning finds a smile. He can't imagine Doc ever being like him. Will you still be my crew chief? Are you sure? Yes, none of the others cared like you. I want you. Ah, kid. Doc squeezes him a little. If you're sure. He seems a little off. Lightning sits up straighter, pulling back without really wanting to. It's okay if you don't want to. It's not that. It's not you. Just thinking the old grease rag was right. He said 30 years ago that training racers was an option. What did you say? Doc doesn't meet his eyes. Let's just say it wasn't civil and he wasn't impressed. Lightning looks at Doc. The grey streaks swirling through the dark brown hair, chrome rectangular glasses, and his sharply bright blue eyes. Hard to imagine him being a wild young racer with a mouth on him. I don't think I'd recognise you as you were. I hope you wouldn't. Doc ruffles his hair. Wouldn't want you to get any ideas. He gets up, gently unlocking Lightning's arm from around his neck, and disappearing into the ensuite. Water runs, and he comes back out with a damp toilet, which he presses to Lightning's cheek, letting him take it himself. There you go, he said softly. It'll help you feel better, son. Thanks. Lightning managed to smile, the coldness refreshing against his skin. I was kind of worried he'd come out with soap, like you said earlier. Oh, no, I forgot something. Doc looks relieved and Lightning starts laughing and pats his shoulder. No, it's not something I'd actually do. Besides, you had a pretty good reason to run your mouth. I don't suppose Weathers told you what I said after the wreck. Oh, yeah. He told me exactly what you said. Would you fellas be kind enough to knock me the... Yeah, all right. Doc makes him switch to the other side. It's different when you have a reason. It all goes out the window when emotions are high. I didn't know the wreck got you that bad. I just thought... I don't know. I thought the Hornet took the damage, and she took a long time to fix. She saved my life. Believe it or not, she was worse off than I was. So, you are right. She did take a long time. We recovered together. Doc's touch moves from his back to his head, over his hair, like it's the most precious thing on earth. There's something in his eyes Lightning can't place. A kind of comprehension he doesn't know the reason for. Then he smiles and pulls back the toilet, nodding at whatever he sees. There you go, kid. I bet you're thirsty. Lightning looks at the beer crate longingly. Yeah. Doc must know what he's thinking because he shakes his head. Let's get that back to Fillmore and get you something that isn't illegal to drink. Doc, I could really use a beer right now. In a year from now, you can. Lightning stares in horror at his tyrant of a new crew chief, and he lifts the crate by its frayed rope handles. A year? But it hasn't been that long until I'm 21. Oh, what's a couple more months? You'd better be kidding by now, old man. Oh, no. I don't kid around. Doc puts his free arm back around his shoulders, like last night, as he guides him back out of the room. Where'd you get that idea? The pier is sturdier than it lets on. Lightning can see the ocean foaming with each lazy wave as it moves. He looks back at Dusty and Rusty, who are wearing thin-lipped grimaces, as well as sunglasses. You guys okay? Maybe in a couple months. Dusty sinks onto a nearby bench. Rusty, give him a quarter so we can play with the claw machines. 1 quarter? You cheapskate. Guys, I have my own... He stops as they both lower their shades and give him uncharacteristically hard stares out of bloodshot eyes. Thank you. You're welcome, kid. Rusty gives up with the zip on his wallet and tosses it to him. If you need my pin, let me know. He sits beside his brother, clutching his head and groaning loudly. Tell you what, we should not have driven down here. Sheriff's head lifts sharply, and he stands by where they've slumped. I'm staying here. You two need to get a cab back to your hotel. Yeah, well, he's got a couple of busy weeks ahead. We figured it'd be nice to take him to the pier with his friends. Flo's lips press a kiss onto Lightning's cheek, and he feels the glowing warmth spreading through his heart. She chuckles as he pulls her close, rubbing his back. I'll make sure he doesn't lose his wallet, honeycake. Thanks, because I don't know if he'll forgive me for losing it. Rusty sighs. Kid, if you don't let us treat you, I'll... What'll I do, Dusty? Just be yourself around him. That'll teach him. Dusty chuckles is cut short when his brother smacks the back of his head. Ow! That does it! I'm throwing you off this pit! As Flo and Sheriff try to quell the fraternal battle, Lightning sees Ramon standing at the wooden fence overlooking the sea. He joins him, taking in the view of the golden sunset, fractured by the perfect blend of sea green and Pacific blue. The sky amber with the light of a burning sphere, lowering in the sky. "Yeah, gonna take a picture?" "Nah, man. Just gotta take this all in, and remember it. No picture will do this justice. It's kind of like taking a picture of the moon and stars, you know? The moon gets shrunk to the size of a dot, and you can never see the stars. I trust my memory a little more. It makes things a little more interesting sometimes." Ramon takes his eyes off the horizon to smile at him. Maybe the 95 might want more colours like this in the future. Remind you of this weekend and all that's happened in it? I'll never forget this weekend. It's literally been the best weekend of my life. Yeah? Yeah. You guys were here for me. It means a lot. You're one of us hillbillies now. Where else would we be? Ramon laughs heartily at the look on Lightning's face. Oh, man. No, really. Of course we came, Lightning. Lightning shook his head. Two can play at this messing game. Someone still has to make sure the 95 looks our best. If only there were a guy up to the challenge. What about the man who made it look so special before some jerk ruined the vision? I guess she might be good enough to be her paint specialist. Man, you could have anybody. Yeah, but you really love what you do, and it makes a difference. Plus, I kinda like watercolour. I'll make an artist out of you, Lightning. You just watch. Who knows? You might even quit with the racing. But let's hope not. You're a good one. Ramon steers him by the shoulder to where the claw machines are sheltered by a huge canvas tent. Come on, man. I haven't played with a claw machine in a long time. The claw machines are deceptive as always, and Ramon outlasts Lightning in his determination to win Flo a soft, fuzzy heart the same shade of pink as the clouds wisping over the lavender sky. Lightning leaves him, mouth dropping as a roller coaster zips by overhead with screaming passengers on board. He sees Sarge watching it, back as straight as an arrow. What do you think? It seems to give them enough of an adrenaline rush, Sarge remarks, tilting his head towards the most recent passengers, who wobble on shaking legs. When was the last time you had one? This morning, when I was drinking my coffee. Oh, come on, Sarge. Let's go on there. He sees the slight hesitation and grins. Unless you're afraid. Sarge's eyebrows lower. Afraid? He growls. I face things worse than that, soldier. So, face it with me. Fine, but let's make it interesting. First one to scream buys dinner. Deal! He sees a rare, soft smile perk the corners of Sarge's mouth, even as he barks at him not to rush. The roller coaster's guardrail keeps them both secure, and Sarge shocks him by patting on his forearm. Thanks for coming, Sarge. Well, what's the alternative? Not be with you? Sarge's face lights up in a smile, and it's the most joyful thing Lightning's ever seen. Here we go, McQueen. It flies forward and his stomach swoops in the best way possible as the narrow track twists and flips. The world turns upside down and he can hear Sarge whooping gleefully and laughs out loud at the sound. Yeah! It ends quickly. Far too quickly. And he'd love to go again. But his legs can barely stand from the adrenaline rushing through. No fair, he says as Sarge puts Lightning's arm over his shoulder. Why aren't your legs weird too? Oh, it takes more than a little swoop here and there to get my knees to buckle, soldier. Sarge hands claps him on the back. Come on, let's get you a pretzel. The bitterness of the salt makes his mouth water, and it's so hot in its freshness. But Lightning's mind is still on the roller coaster. I think we should get a roller coaster built in Radiator Springs. Ah! We'd never get you off it, soldier. Sarge squints into the distance. What are those two up to? Those two are Luigi and Guido, who are watching a busker with admiration. She's beautiful, which helps, Lightning supposes. She has curling dark hair and eyes like the night. They're entranced, but all he can think of is a sensible girl with eyes all the shade of green. It'll be weeks. He lets Sarge leave him with the two Italians, and they move to his side. Guido murmurs something in the mother tongue, and he blinks stupidly. What? Guido says when we miss someone, we miss what they awaken within us. Luigi loops his arm through Lightning's, his eyes never leaving the woman as she sings. It's still there, Lightning. Just sleeping. I miss Sally. I wish she could have come. She will be happy when you come back. She won't admit to it, but it made her very sad to lose you. The thought of her being sad wasn't good at all, but he smiles for some reason. It did? See. Guido pats on his arm in a way that's both comforting and a clear indication that he would appreciate silence. You awakened something in her too. All of us. Don't make me cry in front of the pretty girl. Guido, with such an angelic voice. She must be used to men weeping before her. Guessing the translation, Lightning chuckles, focusing on the busker. I'm fine. You guys awoke something too. I appreciate you coming. Guido sighs very loudly and tightly links his arm through Lightning's. And I would appreciate you letting me hear this angel sing. Now shush! Don't be mean to him. Flo's gentle chiding has no effect on Guido. He's just being sweet. Really, he doesn't know why she loves him so much. He just knows that she does, and it's unlike anything else he's known in his life. The green of her eyes is almost black in the dark. The lights of the piers creating little sparks and stars where the emerald usually resides. It's so late, and he's both exhilarated and exhausted, as she holds open her arms for him to step into. He loves her so much that he mumbles it against her shoulder, freezing once he says it. He's crazy because she's just a nice lady who likes him, and why would he ever think to say that? Flo pulls back, her soft tender hands cup in his face. Honey cake, I love you too. She kisses the centre of his forehead. Now, why wouldn't I? She asks, seeing the look on his face. I knew I loved Ramon the day I met him. And I knew I loved our kids the day I met them too. You're no different to one of my other babies. I didn't have a mum, he admitted, very softly, so only she could hear him. I kinda had this picture of what mine could be like, and you're pretty close. Someone strong, kind, warm, and full of love, just like Flo. Flo kisses him again and draws him in, rocking him from side to side. I can't wait to have you back with us, honey. I can't wait either. Do I have to do all this press stuff? I just want to go back to that crazy little town. Flo chuckles and pulls back. You got a job to do first. Then you can come and be with your family, who'll be really happy to have you back with them. She notices someone behind him and smiles, the shining lights of the pier highlighting the green in her eyes. Especially him. Lightning follows her eyes to the sheriff. Him? He says he's had hemorrhoids that were less of a pain in the ass than I am. Well, I have, Sheriff says bluntly. Doesn't mean I don't miss you. You really missed me? Dang right I missed you. I was the first on the road out of here. Sheriff's head leans briefly to one side. And it's none of your business just how fast I went either. He reaches out, patting Lightning's shoulder. It'll be good to have you back with us. Lightning thinks of a girl with silver-spun curls, a night lit up by vivid colours, and a family he can finally call his own. I can't wait either. End of chapter. Hi guys, hope you enjoyed this one. Oh, he's accepted that he's got a family now. I love the idea of him and Sarge going on a roller coaster. That's a load of fun. Ramon and him on claw machines. That's sweet. Rusty and Dusty having their little argument was hilarious. And of course, Guido and Luigi would be admiring a busker. Why am I not shocked about that? Anyway, you guys know the drill. Like, comment and subscribe and hit that bell to get notified for whenever I upload a new video. Have a good day, night, or whatever time zone you're in. Bye my guys, gals and non-binary pals. I'll see you in another video. Take care.